I'm going to show you how to make the best fish pie ever by using, I've got some smoked salmon here, and this one serves 4 people. Now if you do it on your own, I will put the amounts on the plan for you that you can see, but this one is for 4 people, so I've got 4 salmon fillets over there, I've got some grated cheese, then I've got some double cream, there's some chopped up garlic in the bowl, I've got broccoli that I've chopped up as well, asparagus all chopped up again, and then I've got 1 cauliflower head that I've chopped up into small pieces that I will be putting in the saucepan. I will use salt, pepper, parsley and basil as well. Okay, first step is to melt some butter in your frying pan, also your saucepan. This is where you're going to put in your cauliflower in this one, and then you're going to fry the fish on this side with your asparagus and also your broccoli. And let's first let this melt all the way and then you add it in. Okay, so butter is nearly melted. I'm gonna first add in my cauliflower, add in all of it. Give it a good stir. Make sure you get the butter all over that cauliflower. I'm gonna add in the fish. I'm going to put salt and pepper on the fish. Okay, and then parsley and basil. Don't be shy, you can add in quite a bit. Gives it a lovely flavour. Okay, and make sure you keep on stirring the cauliflower so it's covered by the butter. If there's not enough in there, then you can add in some more. Don't be scared of the butter, it gives great flavour to the food. Now the cauliflower is completely covered by the butter, so I'm going to add in that one as well. I'm going to add in parsley and basil, and then salt, and pepper. Now I'm going to add in the garlic, and again give it a good stir. And I'm going to fry the cauliflower until it goes soft, so until I can actually break it up with a spatula. Whilst that's going, I'm going to add in the asparagus with the fish, because I want to cook this, or want to fry it until it's soft, and the same with the broccoli. There you go. And again, keep on, every now and again turn over your fish. Maybe after every minute, then you can turn it over. Okay, now the fish has been frying for about 4 minutes on the one side. I'm going to turn it over. And again, make sure you also mix the vegetables. Give it a good stir. You want to try and fry everything. Use a big frying pan if you're doing it for 4 people. Okay, and I'll let that go for another, like I said, maybe every minute you can turn it over. Don't need to really. It's on about a medium heat, so I'll give it another 3 minutes or so, and then I'll turn it on its side, each one of the fillets. And again, make sure you stir the cauliflower. This is going soft now, and that's on a higher heat, so medium to high, so it softens up really quickly, and it's definitely breaking up already. Okay, it's been another 3 minutes. Cauliflower is getting really soft now. And now with the fish, you can turn it on its sides like this. Sit like that and let it cook a little bit longer. You can see all the vegetables are softening up as well. What you're going to do now, whilst that's going on, you're going to preheat your oven on quite a high heat, because what you're going to do is once you serve this up, you're going to stick it in the oven for a few minutes to brown the cauliflower on top. For the final step, I want you to add in the cheese for the cauliflower. So it's all softened up now. As you can see, it's a nice big handful. Turn down your heat, and now it can go on a really low heat. Give it a good stir. Make sure you get the cheese in everywhere. And then I want you to add in the double cream. Okay, and again give it a bit of a stir. And we're going to use the hand blender in a second just to give it a good blend. And we'll soften it up. Make it nice and smooth like your normal potato mash. Okay, now with the fish, I'm going to use a fork and a knife, and it's on the side of the skin at the moment, and I'm going to remove the skin from the fish. So remove all of the skin. You can take it out and place it on the plate and then cut it off as well, or you just flake it off like that, it's easy. We don't want to use the skin for this one. Remove it all. Last bit. Okay, that's the final bit. Now what I want you to do is flake the fish, cut it up a little bit. Careful if you've got a non-stick pan, you don't really want to cut it with a knife. Make sure you flake all of the fish into small little bits. Okay. And now you can use spatula, chop it up like that, let it mix with the vegetables, keep frying it. Okay, and now I'm going to turn off the heat on the cauliflower. That's gone very, very soft, and I'm going to show you how to blend it, but make sure you keep on chopping up these salmon, mix it up with the vegetables, and keep on frying it until it's properly cooked. Okay, let's mash up the cauliflower. Just be careful that you don't burn the wires. I'm using this Kenwood hand blender, really good for doing things like this. Okay, so I've mashed that for about 30 seconds. Make sure you get all the cauliflower back in there again. What you don't want to do is don't add in too much cream. Should have said that before, but otherwise it gets too runny, and then it doesn't really have the texture of potato. It goes a little bit, like I say, too mushy. So that's absolutely fine. Remove that. Okay, so the fish is pretty much cooked. Vegetables are soft. Let's break it up for the last time. Turn off the heat. Your oven should be very hot at this moment. There you go. Just make it into small little pieces. Give it a turn. Make sure it's all cooked, and that you mix the fish and the vegetables thoroughly. Otherwise, you'll have one bit with loads of veg and no fish. Okay, that should do, and now we're going on to the last step, where we're going to put it in the little pots that I'm going to use. Okay, so these are the 4 dishes that I'm going to use. Make sure that these are things that you can actually place in the oven, because it will get very, very hot in there. Don't use something plastic. Okay, we're going to use a dessert spoon for this one. First, going to scoop in the fish and the vegetables. Make sure you get in enough vegetables in each dish as well. And try not to fill it all the way to the top. If you've not got these, you can use something else similar size, but this is a really good size per person. Gives you a nice serving, and it's basically just the right size to eat, or the right amount. Okay, last bit. And you can kind of press it down a little bit so you can get it some more. I cook quite a bit, so make sure you get in enough there for everybody. Okay, and that's pretty much all of it. There you go. Okay, now we're going to top it with the cauliflower mash. Okay, get a nice thick bit on top and then try and spread it out so you cover all of the fish. Okay, and now your dishes are ready to go in the oven. Okay, now I've removed my dishes from the oven. They've been in there for 10 minutes and they've browned up quite nicely on the top. I'll see if I can show you, otherwise I'll quickly zoom in. Be very, very careful, this is so hot. So there you go, so there's the little dish, quite bright, you can't really see. Zoom in for you in a sec. But very, very nice, very tasty, and again, this is so good for one person. There's 4 that I've made, but the one dish in its own is great for one person, great for one serving. And there you go, so all 4 dishes. And this is great for the whole family. For the kids you can do normal potato mash if they don't like the cauliflower mash. But I reckon you can fool them with this. It does taste the same as normal potato mash as well. So give it a go. Very healthy meal and very filling.